Baba Boat.
Games. Good games, bad games, fun games, boring games. Unpopular games, and popular games. Games are amazing. As long as people exist, there will always be games. If I asked you to tell me what the most popular game is, you would probably say something like Super Mario, Fortnite.
I'm very poppin', y'all.
Gex 3D.
Oh, there he is. That's Gex. That's
Note
Gex.
to self, don't drink tap water at Jerry Garcia's.
And you wouldn't necessarily be wrong. But today, we're not talking about any of these games. Today, we're talking about a multiplayer game that's come out of nowhere and taken the world by storm. Today, we are talking about Fall Guys, baby!
Baba Boat.
Bruh.
Baba Boat.
Uh-oh.
Bruh.
Stinky.
Baba Boat.
I'm just kidding, chill. Today we're talking about Among Us. Among Us is a multiplayer social deduction game inspired by the already popular card game known as Mafia. It released in June 2018. Yes, you heard that right, the game is already 2 years old, even though you probably only found out about it in the last couple months. But it gets even crazier. The game is made by a dev team called Inner Sloth, comprised of only 3 people, 1 programmer and 2 artists. And if you felt a sense of nostalgia the first time you looked at the Among Us art style, it's because one of the artists is also responsible for the Henry Stickmin games I think every single kid played instead of doing work in IT class. The name Puffballs United may be more familiar to you. So now, let's talk about how a mobile game that had an average of 600 concurrent players was seen by the right people at the right time and became an internet-wide phenomenon in a matter of weeks, now having an average of 70,000 players on the game at all times. A lot of people will immediately brush off AU's success by claiming it's only big because big streamers and big YouTubers played it. Which in a way is true, because without these people the game wouldn't be known by the wider audience. However, it is not the main reason for the game's success. Feel free to correct me in the comments, but to my knowledge the first 2 big streamers to stream the game were Sodapoppin and XQC back only 2 months ago. But the game only really started getting popular just a month after that. So why is this the case? Big streamers play hundreds of random games every month, and rarely do any of those games find the success that Among Us did. And I think the reason the game was so successful is obvious. It's because of 3 main factors: right place, right time, the social aspect, and the accessibility of the game. 2020 in general has been a pretty lackluster year, especially in the entertainment industry, with a lot of shows, movies, and games being cancelled/delayed as a result of the Rona. Gaming has especially been affected because this is right before the leap to a new console generation. This has naturally left a lot of consumers bored, just waiting for the next big thing they can get their hands on. The Rona has also stopped a lot of people meeting their friends and family and causing a general lack of communication in a lot of people's daily lives. Being forced to stay indoors also means a lot of people lost out on a lot of their income, meaning they can't spend hundreds of dollars on new games. So get this, imagine a multiplayer game existed that's main gameplay aspect was communicating with your friends and anyone with a mobile phone had access to it for free. You see where I'm going with this, right? Among Us just existing is a prime example of the stars aligning. The perfect storm of success. Not only is Among Us incredibly easy and fun to play, it is a great game to watch because of its social nature. It forces collaborations of a lot of people's favourite content creators to directly communicate. At the start of the year, if you told me Disguised Toast and Pokimane would play a game with PewDiePie and Jacksepticeye, I would have spat in your face and called you a donkey. The success of Among Us should be a lesson to a lot of up-and-coming indie game developers to realize that your game doesn't always have to have the best graphics or gameplay engine to be successful. You should take a step back and look at the world outside of gaming and try and make something people would be happy to play. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please share the video, like or dislike, and subscribe. It would mean a lot. Thanks, and bye.